We are going to try to set up a tach really quick and see if we can figure out some of the RPMs on the bike. So let's put one on real quick. All right. I know I've got one somewhere. Maybe it's in this one. Box parts and it was in there, but I may have organized it and put it somewhere special. There it is. Clearly it was going to go on the Met Rock. Okay, so these work by, they're like inductive. Basically you wrap a wire around the wire that's going to your spark plug. Usually it's like 3 to 5 wraps neatly. And when the electricity runs to the spark plug, that coil that you create around the other wire just picks up the current and sends a signal back to the main box. And that basically counts your spark plug ignitions and converts it to your RPM. It's really great. It's a really great way to quickly install a tach, and you can pull it right off later. They're pretty cheap. I personally prefer the Trailtech TTO as far as recommendation. If you find another one you want to try, awesome. That's the one I'd recommend though. This is just some generic one. Like I said, it can be removed really easily. We're not looking for something permanent. Otherwise, I'll stare at the RPMs constantly. But I'll put it back on the bike anytime I tune. You know, change the weights in the variator. Ooh, the battery has a plastic across it. Okay. And it's on. All right. Let's put it on the bike. Might be easier said than done. The spark plug is over here, and it's kind of cramped in right there. I think I can pull it, and I can get a good view of the wire so I can show you how to wrap it. I'm betting that some of this plastic comes apart if you're actually going to change the spark plug, because you couldn't get the spark plug out like this. Like I said, I think I can jimmy it out. Awesome. Just enough to see it. Okay, so let's just do it there where it normally works better. And then you're just going to start. You can grab too much if you want. We are going to try to make it clean. 2. We're going to eventually want it to be tight and clean. 3, and then 4. Like, that's pretty good. I've got a little extra, so I'm just going to like sort of roll it around. All right, so you can see that that's pretty good. And then take electrical tape. See if I can do this without a third hand. Try to pull it. If you pull it tight and keep that coil together, it'll look a lot better and it'll work a little bit better. That little white dot right there, that's the spark plug we need to get back on. click, but I think we'll know real quick if it's not fully on there. Okay. All right, now what we would like to do, I mean, we'd like to keep this out of the way of the feet and stuff like that. I'd also like to avoid any electrical lines too. Sometimes you get interference. The tach will act funny. So yeah, let's figure that out. That should be fine for now, temporary. I can clean that surface off really well. So that should work out great. We may have to change settings for the sparks per revolution. Like on a 4-cylinder, you know, like you don't get, if you put it on one spark plug wire, that spark doesn't spark every rotation. On a single engine bike, you may get 1 spark for every 2 revolutions because you've got the 4 cycles, and then it sparks only on 1 cycle, right? It's different on different bikes. I get a little dyslexic sometimes, but we should be around 2,000 RPM at idle. A little low, a little high. If you're seeing like 1,000 and lower, or you're seeing 4,000, then you know the sparks are off. It's, like I said, it should be around 2,000. That's pretty much general for a lot of these bikes. Choke. Turn it down. Handbrake or brake. Don't ever forget the kill switch. You hear it struggling as it tries to die a little bit. It's not warmed up. We didn't really get to read the tach very well. It got dark. We couldn't see the tach. So I want to take it out during the day. I know that I was cruising about 6,600 at times. Once we took the choke off, because it was truly warmed up after the first long stretch, it did really want to idle right around 2,000. So I thought we hit a clean 7,000 or 8,000. My tach's saying something like 1280, 12,000 something is the max RPM. I'm gonna have to read the directions on the tach. I seriously doubt we hit 12,000. I know we didn't hit 12,000. There's a chance that we hit a rev limiter and that doubled our RPM way up, because a lot of times the rev limiter will be an extra spark that wastes your gas. I didn't feel that, so I don't know. We need to dig into that. We'll do it better during the day when we can see the tach. But obviously we had a lot of fun riding. That's the longest I think I've ridden it the whole time. Certainly the fastest. I think we barely touched 50 at one point pretty easily. You guys have a good time, great days. Be nice to each other. Be the nicest person on a Honda. Later. So I don't see a problem with hitting 55, 60 once it's tuned.